You will never be able to break the trauma bond if you continue to believe that you are trauma bonded to that narcissist, because the truth is, you're not trauma bonded to them. You're trauma bonded to their presence, to how they made you feel. On what basis am I saying so? Well, there is this other part in you that doesn't want to do anything with that person, that wants to move on, that feels a lot of anger towards them. How is it possible that you can love a person while simultaneously hating them? How is it possible that you want to go back, but at the same time want to run miles away because they make you feel anxious? This is why I say you're trauma bonded to their presence, to those moments when they make you feel better. Let's try to understand this further in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In today's episode, I'll prove to you that you are trauma bonded to a narcissist's presence in your life, but not to the person. Stay until the very end because this episode is going to liberate you from the chains of confusion and chronic self doubt. What is a trauma bond to begin with? A trauma bond is a psychological bond of Herculean strength that gets created because of the constant inconsistency you experience in a narcissistic relationship. I'm talking about those high highs and low lows, the ever changing, shape shifting nature of the narcissist. Sometimes they're really good, other times they're bad. This creates inner turbulence and changes how your nervous system functions in their presence as well as their absence. It doesn't only impact your nervous system, but also your biochemistry as well, your hormonal system, making it a very complex bond to break. When trauma bonded to a narcissist, you also struggle with a perplexing phenomenon called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is confusion about who the person is in reality, the person that you're dealing with, because you are internally split into two people, two parts. One part of yours can see the narcissist for who they are and wants to move on, yet the other part still holds on to what I call hopeless hope. Oh, maybe one day they'll change. Maybe one day they'll be a better person. On what basis do you hold on to that hope? Those good moments, those good memories that take over when you experience a euphoric recall. What is a euphoric recall in this context? Well, those moments when you start remembering those positive memories. Oh, we went on a vacation together and I felt so close to that narcissist, and you remember it quite vividly. You feel those emotions strongly, and all the bad things get whitewashed. Having that explained, you need to understand you're not trauma bonded to that person, to the narcissist. You are trauma bonded to those nice moments. Whenever you go back, you want to feel nice again. That's why I say a narcissist is a drug in human form. How so? Well, look at this pattern. They abuse you first. They put you down, they belittle you, they stress you out, they withhold affection, they give you silent treatment, they stonewall you, they do all those horrible things. And one thing happens in all scenarios: you get massively dysregulated. You enter the state of fight, flight, and freeze. You remain in an anxious mode all the time, trying to please the narcissist, trying to restore the homeostasis. They drag it for a long time, but then ultimately they throw a breadcrumb at you. They behave nicely, or that nice side, that nice part comes out. And that is when you go like, I can finally relax. I can finally feel that connection I was craving for earlier. So they become the person who dysregulates you, who causes you anxiety. And by the virtue of their actions, they also become the person who regulates you. That's exactly what a drug does. This is the cycle that you keep going through again and again, which messes up your hormonal system. I'm talking about cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and good hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. All of them combined becomes a cocktail of hormones, making it a chemical bond. a very complex situation to come out of. Whenever you repeat the cycle, it's not the narcissist that you are trying to get back, it's that nice moment, the regulation part of it, when they can hold you or give you the bare minimum or hug you or talk to you or send you a small text. That is an insignificant thing. But because of the brain injuries, your perception of that insignificant thing is changed into something big. It's like they keep you underwater all the time. They don't let you die. They let you come out only for a few seconds to breathe, and they just put you under water one more time. Those few seconds become everything for you. You crave those seconds. See where I'm going with this? You're not craving the narcissist, you're craving those few seconds. You are craving resolution, you are craving regulation, you are craving reconnection. Why is all of this very important to understand? Well, if you understand it this way, you can reclaim your power back. How? By knowing that if by any means you can regulate your nervous system, you can calm yourself down in their absence, you won't need them anymore. Because as I explained to you, you don't need that person. You need how they made you feel or how they make you feel when acting nicely. So, if somehow you were able to recreate that positive emotional state for yourself, you can calm down, which will eventually break that trauma bond. I know what your next question is going to be. How do I self regulate, or what is self regulation? Well, in simple terms, it is coming out of a survival state, a state of fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, and entering the state of rest and digest, when you can just chill out and be relaxed. There are many ways, many approaches, and many methods to self regulate, but from all the work that I have done on myself and with others, body based self regulation is the most efficient and the fastest way to break the trauma bond. To teach you how to do body based self regulation, how to change your subconscious mind at the deepest level possible, and most importantly, how to see the narcissist for who they are, I have created a life changing program called Break the Trauma Bond with a Narcissist in 5 practical steps. In this program, I help you learn how you get trauma bonded with a narcissist at a nervous system level, and then I give you all the tools required and necessary to break the trauma bond efficiently. If you want to check out this course and get instant access, click the I button above or the link in the description of this episode. This program is open for enrollment right now, but that won't be the case in future because it will be included in a membership program. If you want to become a part of a supportive community where individuals like you hang out and help each other break the trauma bond, right now click that link in the description and I will see you on the other side. That was it for today's episode. I hope I have empowered you enough to understand that you do not need that narcissist to break this nasty trauma bond. You just need to know the right approach. You just need to regulate your body, your emotions, and you can set yourself free. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.